We all want friendships that feel safe, supportive, and real. But what happens when the people closest to us aren't helping us grow? Today, we're unpacking what makes friendships healthy, how to spot relationships that no longer serve you, and how to build a circle that's genuine. This podcast is an extension of The Purple Door, a nonprofit organization serving 12 counties in South Texas. Our mission is to empower the community and those affected by domestic violence and sexual assault to transition to a safe and healthy environment. Disclaimer: this podcast discusses topics sensitive in nature. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. Hello and welcome back to the Beyond the Door podcast. I'm Shelbie Ledesma, your host, and I'm joined here by two special guests.
Hi.
Hi, y'all. Thank y'all so much for having us.
Yes,
Who
I'm
are
really
you?
excited. Oh my gosh, okay.
Who are you?
Right.
So, I'm Angie. I am the Sexual Assault Prevention Coordinator with the Purple Door.
And I'm Joshua, y'all. I work for the Coastal Bend Wellness Foundation in their Youth Programs Department, and I am a coalition coordinator for them.
Wonderful. Well, welcome, Joshua and Angie. And Joshua, welcome as our first outside the agency
Thank
guest.
you so
We are
much.
so excited to have you today.
I'm so excited to be here.
So, we are going to get into something fun and interesting, kind of getting your perspective. Today, we are talking about Reddit stories again, but this time with a little twist. We're going to focus on some friendships. So as a reminder, the stories we're reading today are posted anonymously and in several different Reddit forums. Please do not try to find these people or find out that personal information. And the opinions expressed here are based on our personal and professional experience in the work that we do. And just a reminder that these stories aren't corroborated. Again, they're posted on the internet. Take that as you will. But we're going to deep dive into them as they relate to our work and to you. As a reminder, something may resonate with you. And so feel free to, take time for yourself and practice that self-care as well. And we hope that you join the conversation by liking and subscribing to our podcast on Spotify and YouTube. Joshua, Angie, are we ready?
I'm so ready.
Let's go. I'm going to read the first story. It comes to us from the r/FriendAdvice. Here we go. Have you ever felt peripheral in your own friend group? This might sound strange, but for many years, whenever I am with any group of friends, including my own, I have multiple of my own, so popular, I always feel sidelined. They are also focused on their own things and creating joint projects or hangouts with each other. Some are solely online and often start voice chats together. I join some of these chats they invite me to, yet I feel talked over. They all have such interesting conversations with each other, but only briefly say something like damn or cool to me. Or I would feel like a cheerleader. I try my hardest to support them, but I feel like I never get focused on. Whenever I would like to share something, it feels like they want to put their attention on other things instead. Is it selfish to want to have someone focus on you for once? Or something you want? They try once or twice, but it never sticks. I know that I am often self-conscious and backtrack easily. If I do not feel engaged enough in a conversation, I stop talking about it and lose steam very easily. Am I just overthinking? Maybe I am sabotaging myself. I've tried to bring it up once, but nobody understood what I was talking about. Am I just uninteresting? I don't know. I just want others to talk to me. That's hard.
Very hard.
Group chats make me nervous anyways. Even as an adult, I have a hard time focusing on group chats. Mm-hmm. So I usually don't engage in them because I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It's easy to get left behind in a chat for sure, like in text. If you're not on it when that first person goes, right, it's like 60 messages later. I'm just like, thumbs up.
Catching up. Yeah.
Right. Just reading through it. Yeah.
I can really relate to this young person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oftentimes growing up, I felt very on the outs. Couldn't feel like I could relate to anybody, especially growing up as a queer person in South Texas.
Sure. Yeah.
finding community here and finding community in general is so hard. And I think as young adults, I'm 25, I'm still finding my own community.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it comes down to putting yourself out there and understanding that as a person, you should be attracting people to you instead of chasing people. And it feels like this person is chasing them in the friend group, trying to prove their worth in the friend group, which should never be the case.
Yeah. Honestly, same. Yeah. Like, I think a lot of teens feel this way. Like, they're not, especially in friend groups, like, oh, they're not really paying attention to me. I hear that a lot from my own kids also.
Yeah.
And just, like, thinking about it, too. Like, I always felt like an outsider with my friend group sometimes. Or, like, oh, like, you get that, like, FOMO, like, a lot. So I feel like that's pretty normal. And yeah, as an adult, I still feel like that sometimes. And it's hard to, like, kind of step out of it.
Like, I think about, I don't know about for you all, but, like, it feels like you have to have this big, massive friend group when you're, you know, let's say we're like junior high school, whatever. Like, you have to have all these friends. And then you are naturally going to have someone who has like the leader kind of personality, the extrovert personality, and different things. But when you're young and not, it's hard to kind of manage that and know that, like, that's okay. Different people have different personalities. We don't all have to be, you know, at level 10 all the time. And as an adult, like, my friend circle is really small. Like, I joke with my siblings, like, we just hang out with each other, which is cool. But I mean, you know, like, it changes, I think, your perspective of what you need. Like, when I read this up, I have many groups. I initially think, okay, this young person is like looking for their place.
Right.
But it's almost like maybe spread too thin. Like, that's hard.
It's a little overwhelming. Like, how many multiple groups, like, of friends do you have? I only have, like, 2 friends now as an adult that I talk to every day. And then, like, I have, like, people I talk to now every now and then. But, like, yeah, it's just, and also understanding that your friends, like, yes, you have, like, a small, like, you're going to have multiple groups of friends, and they're all going to do something different. Sometimes they're going to do stuff without you, and they're going to talk about something different.
That's right.
And I think that's hard to, especially as a teen, to figure out.
Sounds like that feels like rejection to this person.
Yeah.
And I definitely remember that feeling.
Especially in the part where they say they feel like a cheerleader for their friends, and they try their best to support them, but then they never get the focus put back on them, which...
That's hard.
Yeah, you have to be really careful who you're pouring your energy into, and make sure you're not emptying your cup into them. You have to make sure you're getting poured into as well.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I would tell this young teen. And as a young teen, peers are like our number one want, I think.
Yeah.
We don't really care what our parents have to say.
No,
It is true.
Yeah.
My friend group is everything.
You want that validation from your
Yeah.
peers, right? Absolutely. I don't feel like anyone's trying to be mean. I also think the other kids maybe don't have the maturity. They don't know how to be that support for this friend either.
Yeah.
It's easy, I think, for us to say, as having gone through that stage and as adults now, to say, you know, hey, these kids don't have the ability to see that.
Yeah. Also, they
So
might not even
that's
have the same
something too.
interests either.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe you
maybe
need to find a different group.
Yeah.
I think one thing I would maybe tell this person is, like, it is okay to not have so many friend groups. Now, I didn't grow up with, like, the virtual friend group thing. Did y'all have that?
I did.
You did? Can you expand on that? What's that like? Because I really don't know.
Especially growing up queer in South Texas, like I said, in order to find community, I went online. Discord was one great resource.
Gotcha.
I made some great friends who, like, played Fortnite, played video games that I liked, and that really helped me build a sense of community. But in this story, seeing friends make voice chats and you not being welcome to that voice chat or invited can feel very isolating. So I can really empathize with this person, because it's like, am I wanted, or am I having to put on a front in order to be wanted? Which I feel like this person is doing.
Okay.
Being that cheerleader, being that hype man, trying to prove their worth to their friends.
That's exhausting, huh?
Very exhausting. I don't think we should perform for other people.
No. I feel like we're adults now, so that's different. We see that differently now. As a teen,
You got a
it's like,
point.
I didn't see that then.
Right.
Mine was MySpace, not Discord. MySpace with the C.
I was going to say, I'm with you. I was like, I
was
don't
on
really know what's a
MySpace.
voice chat thing. I don't really know what that is.
the stupid, it was the RAR and all those things like that. Yeah. And
your
it was
top
like
friends, and then you got moved to the bottom.
Oh, yeah. So that was the thing, too. If you weren't like on the top 8 or something, then you got moved down. That was offensive.
I'm grateful I'm not that old.
Ew.
Sorry.
First of all,
sorry. I just feel like
that was really rough.
that would start a lot of drama.
The way that made you like
so much
no,
drama.
it did. It absolutely did. Why did you move me to number 2? And then you know,
yeah, there was fights. There was like school fights. There was like
So let's
developmentally
just tell this person, be grateful you don't have MySpace.
be grateful you don't have a top 8 to worry about.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. I think. Oh gosh, it's not wrong to want someone to focus on you, but I also think like, man, it'll get better. Like it'll get better, and that doesn't mean anything, but it is a cliche. Yeah, like it doesn't mean anything right now. But
I would also say to this teen that ultimately you have to be comfortable with yourself at the end of the day.
That's right.
When you go home, when you get into bed, you only have you. So of course we should lean on others. We should lean on community, build friends, build a family. But you have to be comfortable with who you are and learn that your individuality, what makes you you, is the most important thing that you could foster.
That's right. That's right. I am inspired, Joshua. No, but really, that's so true. Yeah, thank you for hearing that. I'm like, thank you. Yeah,
just a big hug to
maybe
everybody.
I needed to hear that today too. So thank you, Joshua. Yes, absolutely. Well, best wishes for our young friend.
Yes.
Make your group smaller.
Yeah, I think smaller but more meaningful, right? That makes a huge difference.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right. And now for our second story from the r/advice column. I don't know what to feel about myself. I feel like recently in my teen years, ever since I'm around 13 and I'm 15 as of now, so 2 years, that I've been developing some form of insecurity. I've always faced issues, but I've relatively gotten over them on my own through sheer grit. However, I find myself increasingly struggling. My friends online are rude, even a little bit, and I'm afraid they're beginning to dislike me. I've never been like this, and it's actually concerning to me. My friends are great people, and they tell me I'm a great person. But again, it's just that whenever they're in a group chat, I feel like everyone's just meaner, like they're trying to impress each other. It's honestly shocking to me how people can be like this. I don't even know if it's actually them. It could just be me being sensitive. Again, I am very a mentally resilient person, and this is so confusing to me, so I just need help. I need to know how to handle this battle against myself. I need to understand truly how I can win this high peak against myself. It's all my own fear and insecurity I thought I had gotten over. All advice is welcome. Okay.
So that was like the most mature 15-year-old mindset I've ever
I was about to say.
or like heard.
Honestly, I don't think I knew the word grit. Like,
yeah.
Way to go.
I haven't thought about
you know.
Right. This is a very mature and aware, self-aware 15-year-old.
Yeah.
And really, I think that stems from their friends projecting onto them and having to deal with insecurities that either their friends are going through, with the example of having to be the loudest person in the room. I don't think this is with a problem with them specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, like there isn't an issue. It's just a part of it.
I feel like it's just teens being like a lot of the youth we work with, like there'll be like certain youth in the group when it's just that like one or two of them or whatever. They're great. They're wanting to be helpful. They're engaging. But then when the other group comes along and there's more of them, it's harder to get them to be
putting on a show.
Yeah, and their whole personality changes. And I think that's normal. And you're going to see that. They're going to want to one-up each other. And they think that they're being funny by picking on each other or saying something. And it's pretty normal, honestly.
Figuring out like what humor is.
Yes. Yeah.
I know, like within my own family, like we deal with this with the kids that are like grade school to junior high age. Like they're trying to be funny, and it's just like, one, either it's really ridiculous, or like that was way too mean, that wasn't funny. Like someone's gonna get their feelings hurt, right? Yeah. But it doesn't sound like this person is.
There's nothing wrong with them. Like
no, there's nothing wrong with them, but maybe they're not expressing that.
They're upset.
They're upset. They don't like how the conversation is. I'm not sure because it doesn't say. We don't have more info here. It's relatively short, but
I do like that their friends tell them that they're a great person and that they think their friends are great people also. Yeah. I'm like, oh, look at them hyping each other up.
This brings me to think about, like, man, the digital age, just reading, having tone and understanding and stuff over text. I mean, that happens all the time for anybody, no matter your age. Like, it's so hard to know, right? Or to express sarcasm or make a joke over a text. It can be taken
the wrong way
rather than just a conversation. And I would say just keep that in mind, not as an excuse, but just like, man, that's hard. Like if you're doing most of your communication, which I don't know what you guys see in your work, but I think a lot of the young people are mostly talking over text.
Yeah, it's usually text or Snapchat,
Instagram, TikTok, all the apps.
Yeah, they don't even like.
But that's not like a conversation, right? That's well, like in terms of if I record a thing, it's just me, and then I'm gonna send it to you, and then there's a delay or whatever, right?
Right. Communication model happening.
I think my son has a group chat on TikTok, and that's where he only communicates with his friends.
Interesting.
They only talk on the messenger part of the TikTok, which is so
crazy.
Yeah, and that's how they have conversations.
Interesting.
Yeah. I had to
go back and but how much is missed in communication that way, right? Oh.
I also wonder what the gender is of this person.
Okay.
True.
Because I'm reading it through the eyes of a girl.
That's funny. I was reading it through the eyes of a boy.
Really?
I was reading it through the eyes of a boy too.
Yeah.
Wow. I wanted to ask y'all, what was y'all's experience like growing up as a young teen? Could y'all feel any type of relation to this story?
Is it because we're old?
It's because we're old, Angie.
No, it's not because you're old.
I do, yeah. I kind of feel like that also. Again, MySpace days, and that's when like online stuff was a little bit more, and people were catfishing and doing all of that. And I know, like,
before we knew what that was, really.
Yes, yeah. I know one of my friends made a fake profile, and then I thought it was so mean and ugly that they like made a fake date for that person they were like trying to catfish to meet, and they all went to the mall to meet them. And I was so ugly, and I was like, wow. But it's still like that. Like, how do I definitely
holding up a red flag?
It's definitely a red flag. And I thought it was ugly and mean, but like it's still kind of like hard to express that with your friends. So I'm like, hey, that's mean. Like, why would you do that? And
because you want to be liked, and then it's that herd mentality. I say herd mentality as an adult, but we would probably say peer pressure, right? So when we bring in like peer pressure, it's like you don't want to go against the grain if everybody's in on it, but gosh, that's something we deal with all the time. Angie, I know you do in your work, Joshua, I'm sure at Wellness Foundation, like just because everyone's doing it, what's the thing they say, parents say, you're gonna jump off the bridge too, or whatever.
They jump off the cliff, you're gonna jump off the cliff.
Maybe
did it look fun?
I mean,
peer pressure is such a huge thing, and in my line of work, seeing it with alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs, vaping being such a huge crisis. Being influenced by your peers is such a huge trend for these teens because that's who they value the most. That's who they want the respect from the most.
Yes.
So
they even said it here that they're afraid they're beginning to be disliked.
Yeah, which it's a conflicting statement because their friends are telling them they're a great person and that they like them, but it's an internal conflict that they're having, and I wish that they could rely on their friends more, but at the end of the day, I think it's something that they need to work on.
Yeah. I'm also thinking with the age, 13 to 15, puberty is...
Something's happening.
Is real.
The monster's coming out.
Yeah, and you do feel those insecurities and like, who am I? Because you don't know. None of us know, and I still don't know. It's hard. I mean, hey, hello. Yeah, still figuring it out. But, like you are just... your literal hormones are making you feel things that, you feel sad or you feel, whatever. And, it's a tough time to be a person at that age.
How, like, fear, insecurity, like they thought they had gotten over it. But I feel like you're never gonna get over it. It's gonna come and go.
It's something you need to walk
Yeah.
hand in hand
Yeah.
with.
That's so true. That's good advice. You know, like it isn't something you get over once and you're never afraid again.
Yeah, it's gonna come. Even as adults, it's gonna keep
Oh
coming.
yeah, it just changes, and we talk about that with young people. We talk about that with survivors in our work. Like it just evolves and changes, and
Yeah. Fear is one of the hardest things for the human brain to unrecognize, unlearn.
yeah.
So,
and
much
like
love
that's
to this.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet Angel, I hope they're doing good.
Yes, and that they do have good friends, and just take it one step at a time, and you don't have to have it all figured out.
And don't be afraid to call out your friends if they're being rude.
Call it your friends,
hello.
but then also them saying that it could just be them being sensitive. As a sensitive person who cried a lot growing up, I say own your sensitivity.
Yes.
Being in tune with your emotions is nothing to be ashamed of. If
Yeah.
anything, it's a strength.
Yes, that's really going to help them moving forward. So 100% agree. Oh, best wishes to you.
Yeah.
Be
Good luck,
good.
sweet baby.
It's going to be okay. Maybe.
It'll be fine.
All right, you guys. We have another one. Here we go. I'm going to break this one up a little bit. We have a story from r/teenagers. Okay. Dealing with peer pressure. How? ? My group of friends have kind of just started experimenting with drugs. As far as I know, they only tried weed, but this time they tried some sort of psychedelic. I don't know, and I don't care. It was an unplanned thing, and I was at one of their houses when they started talking about trying it. Initial thoughts?
One,
Psychedelics freak me out.
don't think these are your friends,
Yeah,
Mama.
those are not friends.
First of
Yeah.
all, yeah.
Yeah.
And that just scared me that I'm like, you're young and
Where
where
did
did
these psychedelics
you
from?
get psychedelics? That was my first. I was like, what is happening in the world?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how it goes. I told them I didn't want to partake in that stuff, and they all tried so hard to convince me to try it with them. Like, they probably just kept telling me to do it with them for like 30 to 45 minutes straight, to which I kept saying no. Like, they actually got kind of mad, and I didn't want to do it with them. So I got called a chicken and that I was weak as hell, apparently. I gave my reasons as to why I don't want to do it, and I made it very clear. Parents getting mad. I could literally get deported if I got caught doing something risky like that. I just don't want to, LOL. But they do not understand somehow. They were trying so hard to get me to do it, even if I didn't want to. Definition of peer pressure.
Yeah, if you have to keep repeating your boundary for 30 to 45 minutes, yeah, those are not your friends.
One thing that I heard that I loved is if you are repeating a boundary, you are begging, which you should never be doing, especially with your friends.
I like that.
You are dropping knowledge on
that on
us
a
today,
shirt.
Joshua.
If you put that on a shirt, I require compensation. Just know
Yeah,
that.
trademark.
I have
Joshua.
a shopping problem and I will buy it.
Let's be real.
No, but it's so true, especially with these
Yes,
teen group
Shane.
friends.
Yeah.
It is amazing to me that this kid kept their boundary because that's really, really difficult. Especially like you're not at your own house, right? You're not in your own space. You're in someone else's space. That always feels more challenging.
Very challenging because you don't have like a safe exit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a ride with a friend or your parents are coming to pick you up.
Right.
That is safety.
Yeah.
Right. But I also would imagine that depending on with this kid, there's several things. Parents getting mad, deportation is a
Huge thing.
whole other thing. And you think, okay, are you going to text your parents to come get me? Why? Because my friends are doing drugs. That's hard. Not that that would be wrong, because it's not wrong. But I get that's an internal conflict within a young person, right?
You're
What are you
betraying
going
your
to say?
friends.
Yes.
Or
You feel like you're betraying your friends.
Right.
But
Right.
I don't like these friends.
They said, now I'm kind of just avoiding them at school. And then I told my mom about it. And she told me they aren't allowed to hang out at our house anymore. Don't know what to do. They're my best friends at the same time. I don't like being peer pressured like that.
I would reevaluate who, if you really consider them your best friend, though.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah.
I feel like if they were truly your friends and like, okay, like you're explaining, you shouldn't explain why you don't want to do something. A no is a no. We talk about that all the time in our line of work. A no is a no.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're being like pressured to change it, you're still not really giving consent. Your no is a
Right.
no.
You're being coerced.
And that
The word I
if your
can't say.
friend does it, then it's okay if you don't, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But as a young person, I don't always see it that way. I think of that too, like any time I've been in a situation like that, drugs, alcohol, or whatever it may be, people are on me, oh, do this, right? And I say no, and they get mad. I was kind of taught like, okay, that's a reflection on them. They are feeling insecure about doing it, and they think that you're judging them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even though that's not the case for this person, it seems
I
like.
just don't want to.
But like me saying no does not mean I'm judging you.
Yeah.
But
I'm not taking away from your experience by not participating in it.
right. Right. Like you don't need my validation, but I think as we spoke about with young people, they want all of the validation. So that's hard. Joshua, with your experience with, you know, the drugs, vaping, alcohol, and the Wellness Foundation, what does this look like?
This is a great example of what peer pressure looks like, especially for teens. A lot of the teens I'm working with in recovery and in prevention have given me stories of being peer pressured into trying substances. For example, I was at Shoreline Treatment Center, which is a great recovery center in Taft. And I had a teen come up to me and talk about peer pressure and how he was pressured to try certain drugs. And it got him addicted to crack, which I don't understand how teens are getting these substances, one, but also don't understand what they're getting themselves into before they even start.
Right.
Because in my line of work in prevention, we always talk about informed decision making, knowing about the dangers of misusing alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs. Of course, once you're of age, and if it's a legal substance, but
Right.
it's terrifying to see these teens expose themselves to the risks of all of these substances.
Yeah.
So I would just say, proud of this person. One,
Absolutely.
great mom or great parent who was like, your friends aren't coming over.
Yeah.
I can understand how that would be heartbreaking as a child because those are your best friends.
Right.
But some parents really do have your best intentions at heart.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, that's awesome. I hope they are doing okay, and you know, acknowledge that peer pressure is peer pressure, and you can let it pass you.
And no means no. In
Honestly,
any
aspect.
Any aspect.
No means no.
Yeah, no matter what it is, that's absolutely right. Okay.
So if you're this
Be
kid's
good.
friends, respect his boundary or her boundary.
Yeah, hello.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude. That's what we're saying. All right.
As Kim Kardashian once said.
Yep. In the words of Kim K. All right. And for our last story of the episode, this is from r/FriendshipAdvice. Now, this one's taking a little bit of a turn from the previous ones. We are visiting with an adult this time. How do I stop this pattern of people standing me up and stealing my time? All right. How do I deal with recurring patterns in my life? This is from a 30-year-old female. The pattern is the following, and I'll give 3 examples. So, in the past, for my 22nd birthday, I had agreed with N, 26 male, the guy I was seeing at the time, that we would spend my birthday together. I wait and wait and wait and wait for him all day and nothing. I call him, I text him, and nothing at all. He shows up at 6 p.m. as if nothing had happened, and I tell him how much it hurt me, and he says, well, I'm here now, aren't I? I try to let go of the bad feeling in order to enjoy what little of my birthday is left, but in the end, we break up about 2 days later.
Real. I would have done the same.
I would have broken up
Agreed.
with him that day.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. I guess it's like a stealing my time kind of example.
Also not valuing me.
Exactly.
My birthday.
I love my birthday.
Yeah.
That's
You
my
should
day.
be celebrated.
The whole month.
Yes,
actually.
but it's also just people give time to what they want to, right? We know in this digital age, like Phones are with us everywhere.
Yeah.
There's, in rare occasions, unless you're camping in the forest or, you know, traveling internationally, it's rare that you can't contact somebody.
Yeah.
Right? I feel this way anytime I hear anyone in any type of situation kind of contemplating, well, you know, they didn't contact me, but they would if they wanted to.
They would.
Yeah, because it's very rare emergencies in which people don't.
Yeah.
But the well, I'm here now, aren't I, that's a bummer.
That's so invalidating of my feelings.
Yes. Yes, that is. I'm glad that they broke up in that sense of like,
Me too.
okay, if that's not for you, if you guys are not meshing, you know?
And that's the great thing about relationships, friendships, partnerships. It's a two-way street. You have the power to end things at any moment for whatever reason.
Yep. And you don't even have to give it.
You don't have to give your reason if you don't want to. And it's just a matter of choosing people who choose you. Oh, yeah. And
friend or partner or family member, yes.
yeah. And
That's
this person was definitely not choosing her.
Nope.
Yes. Yes. And no is a complete sentence, period. I really like that saying. It's been more recently on social media. And like, that's right. Just no. And I don't have to owe you anything. That's good. Okay. So the second example of pattern. 2 weeks ago, my friend M30 female, who lives in another continent, was here. And with E 28 female, we were supposed to form a trio. The night before, Em and I were out together and she told me, tomorrow me and E have a brunch booked. And the plan after that was that we would see each other in the afternoon and spend time together in nature of the three of us. It was supposed to be the last time all three of us would spend a day together before Em's departure, while she and E had the entire next weekend planned. I texted at 10:20 in the morning in the group chat to get an update. Nothing. In the end, I snap, and around 6 something, I text them saying they pissed me off and that they screwed me over. I leave the group, they ask me back, apologize with excuses, and that's it. We haven't written in the group chat since, and I last saw M once, and I haven't heard from E since.
This one I'm forming a different opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think her reaction was a little rash. Removing yourself. I literally just said you can remove yourself from a situation at any given moment. And you could.
And also,
we're diverse. We're multifaceted. But I think this might have just been a time where two friends were having a good time together and maybe didn't see their phone. Maybe we're living in the moment. I'm very much a live in the moment person. You also could have called.
they're on holiday, right? Like it's the little bit of my initial thought with this is that that's touching an old wound. Kind of, and I can see the pattern of like, okay, I waited all day for someone to come to me.
It's triggered them a
And
little
then
bit.
now I'm done with you. I'm out of the group. I'm cutting this off. I think we see that with clients here. We see that with young people. Just like you touched my boundary and now you're done.
Yeah.
Which for some things can be true,
Yes. But it's also like,
but maybe not every situation.
yeah, like it's okay to have a conversation about it. I want to know what the excuses were, if they were excuses. I want to know what she wrote when she snapped. I need the background for all of that to get a little bit more like insight.
Yeah, I think it's interesting too. It reminds me of the kid with all of the friend groups. It's like people are allowed to have other friends.
Yeah.
That's hard though. You get the FOMO.
Yeah.
You feel left out. You know, it's like
FOMO's
your feelings
real.
FOMO is real. Her feelings seemed like her feelings were hurt when she heard they had plans together without her.
Yeah.
Which maybe
she
she
had
should have brought up
plans.
then.
She had plans with M without E. So what was wrong with that also?
But I would say their reaction was valid in the sense that they didn't get an update. They texted them at 10:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
And at 6 is when she would
I
text
think
them
that's
again.
okay. I would be upset as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nothing all day.
If we had plans, I'm very much the type of person to text the day before. Hey, are we still on for tomorrow? What time are we meeting?
Me too. I have a hard time letting go of set plans. Something I'm trying to learn in my life. Like I get really like attached to it,
Yeah.
which is not always healthy. That's something trying to learn.
No. Have y'all ever gotten ready for like a party that at 6 and you got ready at 12?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything. Oh, in my head, everything's like timed. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You reverse the time.
I get ready. It takes me this long to do my hair and makeup. Like it's just So
maybe she was valid. Maybe I would have been pissed off too.
You
Let me leave the group chat.
Now we're mad.
I spent
I'm
all
leaving the group
day.
chat.
I bought a new outfit. You know what? Yeah. See, if she had bought a new outfit and then like it took forever on her hair, I'll be mad too. But I enjoy cancel plans. Oh, we're not gonna hang out. Cool. Back in my PJs. I'm okay with that.
PJs, listen.
But yeah.
Well,
poor
we
girl.
still have more to go.
Okay.
So, this is the last example. So, we have the 22nd birthday, the 2 weeks ago with the friends, and now she says, today, the last one, is less serious. A new friend, 21 male, I recently met, had his birthday today. He texts me, what are you doing? I tell him I'm going to the river today. Do you want to come with? He says, yeah, sure. I'm having lunch at my mom's, but that sounds really nice. Great. I end up going to the river at 4:30 p.m. because, once again, like an idiot, I'm half waiting for a reply that doesn't arrive until 8:30 p.m. when he says he was at his mom's until that moment. That's fair. But again, I'm pissed that I wanted to spend the day at the river with a friend and it ended up going alone. That's frustrating.
I mean, he didn't tell her what time he was gonna go.
Yeah.
I have to say something.
Okay.
Say
And I might be the devil's advocate here.
Okay.
We're seeing 3 examples. Who's the common denominator?
She is. I feel like she puts her life on pause, waiting for other people.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Throw tomatoes at me or whatever, but
Those squishies.
I'm getting.
I'll just leave it on the
squishies thrown
table
at me,
because I
y'all.
hear what you're saying.
Okay, am I the villain?
No, I don't think you're the villain. Honestly,
No,
I feel the
you're not
same
the
way. It sounds like it's a her problem, and depending on other people to do things and have fun, like
It makes me think of like that confidence issue, and she has been waiting. So since she's 22, now she's 30. When she's talking about patterns, I don't see much has changed.
Yeah.
Right.
So she has kept this behavior. What's the definition of insanity? Do the same thing, waiting for different results.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. You're wanting people to come to you. We don't know this much about her, so maybe she is that friend that also goes to people. But if you are not the friend, like if you never meet your friends where they are, if you don't make things happen with them, and you just wait for them, yeah, you're gonna be disappointed a lot. For any person, right? Anything.
And I also think it's about communication.
Yeah.
Did she communicate to her friends that she was feeling some type of way when they were hanging out with just them
Right.
too?
Right.
Did she? She was waiting on a text all day. She could have double texted.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of double texting.
I will text
Bring
it.
back bothering your friends.
Or I will give all the detail. I'll be like, okay, you want to go to the river. I'm going to pick you up at 2 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to set that up because
They're like, I'm
people
going
can't
at
read your
this
mind.
time. Is that still work for you, or will
Yeah.
you still be with your mom? Or
Now, if he said, yes, I'll meet you at 4:30 and they didn't show.
That's
that'd
another
be
story.
different. But it
On
didn't
that
sound
person.
like
That's
that's,
another
what he
Reddit.
said at all.
He didn't say anything. I'm like, you got to give more details in the message. But ultimately, she's just feeling forgotten. Let's see. She ends it with, I don't know what to do. This is something that keeps repeating. What do I change to stop this from happening? Other than giving people a time limit, saying, I need to hear from you before that, otherwise I make my own plans. Okay.
I mean, that's good.
I don't know what to do. I still feel disrespected and treating as if my time has no value. I need my own boundaries on that, but I don't want to make plan Bs all the time because I know I can't trust people with my time. That's crap, and I wouldn't want people in my life to constantly have to make plan Bs for. And when I want to spend time with them and connect, that means that when I'm sit up, I can't call a plan B friend to do something with someone else. It's not much the thing that's important to me, rather the connection and spending time together. So I end up alone anyway because it feels like my time is at the mercy of others. What can I do to change this?
I think this goes back to the pouring into people who pour into you.
Yeah.
If they're
Yes.
repeatedly showing you a pattern of letting you down,
Yes.
don't go back.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if they're doing this like every now and then okay,
Yeah.
like maybe things
Sometimes
happen.
things happen.
But if it's like a constant thing, then they're not really your friends. And also be okay being by yourself and taking yourself on solo dates. Don't stop what you're doing or put your life on pause because other people are not there with you to join you.
Right. Yeah, you could still have had a good day at the river.
Yeah.
Right. But it's hard. I've definitely been in those situations, been disappointed by plans, and you can let that overshadow your joy or your thing that you want to do. It sounds like her love language is quality time.
Yeah,
For
that's
sure.
for sure.
Acknowledge, that's great.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta tell people that.
I
Yeah.
love sharing what my love language is with my
I do
friends.
too.
Yeah. What are your love languages? Share them.
Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. Love
Yeah.
that.
Quality time.
Quality
Words of
time.
affirmation also.
Yeah. I'm quality time and I like physical touch.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Actually,
I'm a
physical
touchy-feely
touch. I love
person.
hugs.
Yeah,
Me
I
too,
like
love
hugs.
hugs.
I like, yeah. But it's good to know that about yourself. But that is something that you learn as an adult and can acknowledge and let people know as you need to. I like to tell my close people, like, yeah, this is what I value. We have conversations about these things
Love that.
because it's important, right? So I joke with my sister, like, she's late for everything, but I am an on-time person and it matters to me. But like we meet in the middle on that. So like you can talk to your people about this if you feel that there's value in that
connection.
But
Which it seems like she does. She values connection with people and spending time with her
and
loved ones.
That is her love language, is quality time. Great, but are you also showing them their love language? Like what's
true.
Like if you're not giving back to them what you expect out from like whatever, then what's the point? That's not a friendship.
Right.
It's gonna be one-sided.
Right. I think, you have to hopefully be able to evaluate as you get older, right? So as that teenager, that young adult, then into your later adult years, what do I need? Or if I'm seeing this continuous pattern, this continuous problem,
Yeah.
that internal reflection, right? Easier said than done. To be
Very
fair.
easier said than done.
But that's important, and it's okay to, I don't know, what I would tell this person is like, it's okay to change,
Yeah.
and it's okay to, meet people where they are too. I don't know.
Work on communication. I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot not talked about on here.
Yeah.
Just be better. Maybe like delete the post.
That's not healthy, guys. Just kidding. We're very supportive.
That's not healthy. We are joking. But healthy relationship with yourself too. Like
Yes.
it's just disappointing yourself. all the
Yeah.
time.
That's something that like I work with a lot with youth, is like self-confidence and
Yes.
loving yourself. And even though it sounds goofy, and tell yourself affirmations in the mirror, just so you're
Love
okay.
a positive affirmation.
I love
Yes.
positive affirmation.
Yeah, it does make a difference, right? But I think overall, we've all been saying, communication.
Yeah.
In all of these stories, communication.
Communication.
It's setting up that communication, be prepared for negative reaction too. And that's really hard, especially as a young person.
Yeah.
That's incredibly challenging.
I think
But go
another
ahead.
point to realize is to understand that our thoughts oftentimes become our reality. And the thoughts I'm seeing with this particular person is that they often feel the second choice,
Yeah.
the person their friends don't make time for. And then I would question, why are we still having those friends? Why are we still allowing that pattern to continue?
Right.
What thought is coming up in our head?
Right.
And that's what oftentimes I tell to my teens who are dealing with peer pressure or substance misuse. What's the cycle and how can we break it?
Yeah, identify it. That's great. That's a great advice. Just look at it and how can you grow from it, and then what like if you tell yourself you're the second choice, you are.
Yeah.
Just like
Your
you
thoughts
said.
become your reality.
Yeah, I think that is really true.
What you bring out in the universe comes back to you. So
Right.
Us getting all philosophical.
I
look
know.
at
We touched so many things today. I feel very inspired. And
we're gonna end
write
with
something.
affirmations, guys.
Yes. Well, hope that she can grow from this. I mean, she's an
Yeah.
adult, but hopefully, good luck to you.
I know. Good luck.
Know that you are enough as the person you are. Put yourself first.
We're all a work in progress.
Honestly.
So
Yes,
from
absolutely.
that first teen to this young adult, we're just all trying to grow and find our community.
Yep.
That's right. And you can find it. It's out there for you. Manifest it for yourself. Absolutely. Well, Joshua, Angie, thank you for giving your wonderful reaction, sharing with us. Again, we take what we got with these stories and we'll do our best. So I appreciate you giving some insight into that. And as we finish this episode today, just take a moment to think about the people around you. How can you grow? How can you support? How can you communicate within your own friend groups or family groups? And reach out to that friend you haven't heard from in a while, Make those connections, keep those connections, work on that relationship. Thank you all for joining us today for the Beyond the Door podcast. We'll see you next time. Bye. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic or sexual violence, we are here to help. Our services are free, confidential, and available to everyone. Call our 24/7 hotline at 361-881-8888 anytime, day or night. Stay safe.